Hi everyone, it is time for the second part of this video from the Johanna Basford Weekly Planner and World of Flowers. Now we started off a very teeny bit of green down here in yesterday's video, but we're going to continue with the greens. I've had a bit of a think, not sure if I'd made a decision yesterday, but I'm going to do a selection of different greens. I think because partly it's a little bit more interesting, but also I think you will get to see all the greens, which might be interesting to you just to see what's available within the set and how they look. Yeah, so a few different reasons. Going to start in the middle with these like we did actually yesterday, and because they're purple, I think a more bluey green is quite a nice idea. So I'm going to start with this colour. Now this is the shaded spruce, which is quite a dark bluey green. I'm going to sharpen it. Oh, there we go. I've actually taken my pop filter, on my microphone, the dead cat as it's called, off. It just doesn't want to stay, it keeps falling off, so I lost my patience with it and just took it off. This is quite blue, this green. And so this video might sound a bit different to the last one, but I don't know how much difference it really makes, to be honest. I'll have a listen when I edit and see if I notice a significant difference. And if I do and think it's better with it on, I'll have to just find a way to make it work. I don't know whether I'm just not clipping it on properly or something. It just seems to fall off. It also obscures the buttons, which tell me whether the microphone is charged or not. So that's not particularly useful. Anyway, I will find a way if I think it's making a significant difference. Now, although these come out of this flower, I'm going to do those and those separately as part of that plant. I know you can't really see it in shot, but and the same with the ones that come out of here that are part of this one. So I know some of them are sort of joined together, so I have to have a little think about those, but we're just going to concentrate on doing these larger leaves here in the centre and just fading them off to the tip a little bit and just working through. I've suddenly noticed I'm really thirsty. I should have gone to get a drink, but anyway, I've got some water next door, but I haven't got any in here. I'll be okay. We won't be that long, I don't think. It's not going to be a mega long video. Yesterday I made one and I just yapped and yapped. It went on for an hour. Wow. So that was a bit long. This one won't be that long. There isn't that much to do on this little picture. I've just been I just had to go, you know, I made the other one earlier, the other video, and I had to go off and do family video chat, which we do on a Sunday, so did that, which was nice. Caught up with everybody. My family member got married, so my parents sent us over the photos to have a look at. Me and my sister, that was nice, and so that was lovely. Everyone looked lovely. It was really good. And yeah, so we had a little catch up, and then that was that. My sister had to go because her friend had arrived. She had a friend coming, so that was great. Good, and we'd had an hour, so hopefully she'll have fun with her friend. I'm sure she will. So that is those all done pretty quick, actually. There we go. Now I'm going to next do these. Oh, let's pull you down. Do these ones at the top. Now these, again, being pink, they all go with a bluey green. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the ceramic colour here, and this is quite a pale colour, which I think will work with this slightly paler pink. Just give it a sharpen. Now, little hint, quite obvious really, while your pencil's sharp, do the thinner vines. I'm just going to block in the vines. They're too small to do anything else with, but I'm going to do them all first. Just while, I mean, I'm struggling to stay in the lines anyway, but you know me, I don't worry about that. It's not something that I'm very good at. And that's just the way it is. There we go. And now I've got the leaves. Now I'm confused by this, you may be too. We've got this here, it's got a line. This one doesn't have a line. So I'm thinking that this, I'm colouring in, I'm going to start to fade it, is this grassy bit here. It's not grass, but leaf like that. So here we need to draw that in a bit, so there's a bit there so it matches. I don't remember that being a misprint or oversight or whatever you might call it in the original book, but it's a long time since I did this picture. I haven't done it a second time around yet. Well, this is my second time around. In my second copy I haven't done it, I don't think. So I will find you actually if you I can say if you want. Well, I don't know if you want, but I will might find you my original picture to have a look at in a bit. Now we're going to do these side ones, which go to these. So again, I think we can use a bluey green. There's a colour called bluegrass, which I think might work fine. And the same again with the fact that we need to sharpen it and do those little fine bits. In fact, sorry, I've got to wipe my nose. I think they're all quite fine. So I can hear some knocking. Oh well. So just going to do these now. Nothing fancy here because, whoops, just trying to stay in the lines, but I'm not that good because it's all very thin. So it's just a matter of filling in the space, which can be very relaxing, and you know, if you're better at staying in the lines than me, even more so. But there's nothing else you can do. I mean, you could change the colour through the stem, but it's so thin, there's no need. There we go. I can hear noise outside like it's raining. Maybe it is. I'm shading you there. Yeah, it's been very rainy today. I think it's going to be the same tomorrow, but for a few days, so my mum said. I haven't looked at the forecast. She watches the news on TV and they have a forecast after. I think that's quite typical. But I don't like watching the news. I prefer to choose which news I listen to, because you know, I don't always want to know all the details. Oh, my pencil's just broken that I was sharpening. I tell you which one it was. It's the bayberry. Yeah, I'd like to choose what I watch in case it's not very nice. Oh, excuse me. There we go. So we're doing the blue stems, these, with the bayberry. So, you know, if I see a headline and I'm not interested, or it sounds a bit nasty, don't bother to watch it or read it. I don't read it. So I look at my news online, and then I don't have to learn about things that I don't want to know, you know. And do these little leaves. I'm going to try and fade them to the tip. They're so teeny weeny. I just do the best that I can. Yeah, my sister has raised something in the news when we were chatting, and I said, oh, I don't want to hear about it. I said, that's really rude, but I didn't. It wasn't very nice. There's nothing much you can say about it, apart from that's not very nice. So, you know, it's just not. We did discuss another news story, again, I won't say what it was, which was a little bit less depressing, should we say. But, and then we talked about some TV shows that we'd watched. That was fun. I'm just realising need to put my pencil in a different place. There we go. So we are now doing these orange one. Now the orange one I always think goes quite well with a more of a olivey colour. So I'm picking this bud green, which is a bit more of an olivey colour. This has been sharpened in a dowel sharpener or some sort of hand crank, I can tell. So I'm assuming it was deciding to break. Sometimes they do. I'm wondering if these be better in a Tagal, but I tend to use them in my regular sharpener because they're fairly hard pencils. But sometimes if a harder pencil starts breaking a lot, I will pop it in my electric sharpener usually, unless it's I'm on video, then I use my hand crank dowel, and or if someone's asleep having a nap, husband, the others don't nap, or they're doing something that requires quiet, then I'll use the hand crank rather than the electric one's quite noisy. Very, very useful, very good. If you've got a pencil that's breaking, very good. And mine, as far as I can tell, it was a gift, but it looks like a sort of generic brand. It's not a really, really expensive one, but it works really well. So this is juniper, and I'm going to use it for this bit and this bit, these sort of curly bits. Again, just sharpening. Oh, I missed one. Ooh, what colour was it? So I used this bluegrass. Was it? Was it bluegrass? I think so. Oh, I think I'm right. Ooh. Right, I can wind back the video and find out. Juniper. Can't do that. No, I'd be at risk of deleting it or something silly if I tried that. Or I'd have to watch the whole thing through and then start recording it. It would be quite difficult. I'm sure people do it, but not me. I have worked out how to play it through on my camera now, but not how to sort of fast forward it through. Yeah, it's quite useful. If I'm testing the microphone, I can record a little bit and play it back and just check that it's working, which is useful. Which I'm paranoidly going to do now. Just check that my microphones are working, which they say they are. So that's good. Talk about paranoid. Right, now we have got a little bit here. Can you see in the centre there? And it sort of goes down here and all the way across to there. Okay, that could be any colour. I'm going to need to choose the viridian. I don't know why. Just grabbed it. No reason. Here it is. Viridian green. Now I know I haven't done these two because I'm not sure what colour to do. I think they'd suit either a bluey green or a olive green. So I want to leave it in case I need certain colours for the others. And then I'll do them. I could have done the same with this bit, but I didn't. I don't know why. Is that from there? Where's that? That one's from there. Yeah, I think that should be there. Because that one's from there, but that one isn't drawn in on the other side. I think that's right. Do it how you feel's right, really. Okay, Irish green I'm going to do for these purpley ones. Pinky purple? I don't remember what colour they are. Irish green, so for these. Now, what's the betting that I actually forget this red one? Just my sort of thing. Oh, that one goes down to here. I'm just going to do it because I've just done it. I committed. So that one's on the same stem. It's not actually, yeah, it is. It's on the same main stem. So I just accidentally got confused. I don't think it matters. Went out the lines there. Now, doing a background when you're doing metallics is quite tricky to know what to do. I'm sort of thinking about that as I colour. I'm going to use the the kiwi for the last ones. This one and this one. Yeah, I always find it a little bit tricky because you could do black, but I don't know they stand out that well. So I think they actually look better against white. So I'm not going to do background. So we have our butterfly / moth left, and I'm going to colour it in browns. I feel that they can actually look really pretty if you, yeah, I just like them. So I'm going to start with this colour called Bone Brown. This is quite a goldish looking colour. I rather like it. And I'm going to do some of the lines. This one around here. So that these sorts of areas. And then this bit. And around here. There we go. Now a different brown. The topaz is a sort of a more brown but still quite light. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm going to use it for this sort of body area. Usually I will do the body of a butterfly sort of grey, but I'm going to do it in that brown. And now we're going to get a little bit darker with our sugar almond. Here it is. And I'm going to do the wings. Now we don't have a dark brown. We sort of have a sycamore, but it's sort of a mix between brown and grey. What I think I'm going to do is put some on top after. So I'm going to try and fade this off towards the edge. Like that. So it's a bit lighter as we get towards that gold line. Like that. Then the same over on this side. I haven't really bothered about trying to separate the top and bottom wing. You can put a little bit of shadow in there if you want to, just under there. You'd need to use the Jet Set, the black, something like that. Now I had just thought when I said Jet Set, I thought, well, I could do that in the middle of these circles or on the edge, because the eye type part of the butterfly might be black, sometimes they are, but I actually feel that if I do that, it's really going to stand out from everything else. So I'm actually just going to use the dull gold, can't speak, dull gold. Why is it a tongue twister for me? I don't know. And do these bits and the edge. I don't know why I can't say it. Oh, it looks quite similar to this colour. I'm just tidying up a bit. Now what I am going to do, just tidy that up a bit, there we go, is, as I said, get a bit of the sycamore and just put a little bit more colour down here, just to make it a little bit darker, in the sense I've got a bigger contrast. And this is where, if you wish, you can put a bit of shadow under there. Like that. And then I'm just going to go back to my sugar almond and just tidy up these wings. I'm not liking them at all. It's very messy, even by my standards. There we go. Now we've got this bit and this bit. I'm going to use the sycamore for that. So give it a sharpen. Sycamore. Just make them dark. There we go. Now I'm going to just check that I've done it all. I think I have. So let's have a look. I don't think I've spent very long on this bit. There we are. So you can see it's quite, the top bit looks paler because it's catching the light. If I tip it up like that, you can see that this bit isn't so pale, but it's just my lamp shines at the top of the page. So there you can see how the light shines on the metallic pencils. There we go. Now that has been quite short. I could probably have fitted those both into one video really, but it's done now like this and I think it's okay. It gives you a bit more time to go and grab one of your new books. Maybe you've got one. Johanna's, Maria's. I don't know if Hannah's got one. Don't think so. Yes, she has. Hannah's Halloween book, Johanna's Wonderful Wildflowers, Maria's Christmas book, all sorts of things to choose from. And I know they're not the only ones with new books as well. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.